Hey, Sabrina here with Healthfully Ever After and this wonderful Facebook group, Transform Your Relationship with Food and Your Body. Let's chat about emotional eating, because what I've heard from a lot of you is that that is still a big thing in your world. What is emotional eating? Well, I think for a lot of us, we view it as something terrible, something wrong with us, something that we shouldn't do. I don't agree with that. I don't. And here's why. When you are first born, I know a lot of us don't remember that. In fact, if you remember that, that's crazy weird. And cool. And you are very special. If you have had kids, if you have been around kids, if you can imagine what happens after having a kid, baby comes out, baby is crying, and rightly so. Its world has completely turned upside down. It is cold. It is no longer held. It's freaking the F out, right? What do? How do we calm the baby? Well, most of the time, at least nowadays, we do skin-to-skin contact. And the baby is given a breast, if mom is breastfeeding, or a bottle. Right away. Right away. We are taught from day one on this planet that food equals comfort. And now, how many years later, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, we're trying to not eat to comfort ourselves? We were literally taught from day one that food equals comfort. When we have a death in the family, what do people do? They bring us food. They bring us meals. When we want to show that we love and care for somebody, what do? We cook for them. We either bring them meals, or we invite them over for dinner. We make our best meal because we want to show them that we care for them. When our loved ones are sick or not feeling well, what do? We cook. We make chicken noodle soup, even if it's a Campbell's can. Or if you're cheap like me, the Walmart off-brand or Aldi's. So why do we keep fighting that with ourselves? If we're taught from day one that we can eat to cope, that we can eat to soothe, if we show our love and affection to others by providing them food, why can't we do that for ourselves? Now, this doesn't mean that whenever you're feeling depressed or sad or anxious, that you pull out the 5 pints of Ben & Jerry's ice cream or the gallon tub of ice cream. Because if you do that, you're gonna feel sick. It's not healthy. But if you want to pull out a bowl of ice cream and enjoy some ice cream to help you calm yourself, to help regulate your nervous system, sure, why not? But do that without the guilt. Let go of the guilt. You wouldn't shame a baby for drinking a bottle or sucking on a boob when it's stressed out. No, I can't tell you how many times I breastfed Anthony so that he would calm down. We flew to Colorado several times when he was fairly young, and he nursed at the start of every plane ride because I knew that was going to calm him down, and it was also going to help with the pressure changes in his ears because he would already be sucking. So why are we now beating ourselves up about it? I want you to stop. That's not healthy. That's not helpful. So if you're going to choose to eat to soothe your emotions, I want to encourage you to do it mindfully. I don't want you to be halfway through the bag of chips or at the bottom of the box of cookies and go, oh, shit, where'd they all go? Because then you're going to feel bad. And you're not really getting rid of that emotion. You're avoiding it. You're distracting yourself from it for a little while. And then all the shame creeps in because the bag of chips is gone, the box of cookies is gone. Stop. Make a conscious choice to eat, to soothe yourself. That means cognitively being aware of, I am feeling sad, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling overwhelmed, whatever the feeling may be. And say, I am going to choose to eat to soothe this emotion. And I'm going to sit down at the kitchen table. I'm going to use Oreos, for example, because that was always my go-to emotional eating trigger food. I am going to sit down with this package of Oreos. I am not going to limit myself to the serving size of 2 cookies, because at that point in my life, 2 cookies wasn't going to do it. Sit down at the table with the package of Oreos, with your cup of milk, and make it a process. Just as if you were going to your counselor and talking about things. You don't just go in, bloop, and then go out. No, you sit there. You talk about it. Whether it's with your therapist or your girlfriends. You make it last. Because once it's gone, it's gone. So sit down with the package of Oreos or whatever food you're choosing. Remind yourself again that you are choosing to eat to soothe your emotions and that that is okay. Then every bite that you take, do so very mindfully. Taste every single bite. Enjoy every single bite. Because again, once it's gone, it's gone. And those feelings are probably going to come back at some point. When you choose, when you actively choose to eat to soothe yourself, you're going to eat less. And it's going to be less of a triggering food for you. Because it doesn't have that shame and that guilt wrapped up into it. And you're tasting every single bite. So your stomach is going to be satisfied sooner. And the emotion is going to be soothed sooner. Because you're spending time with it. When you eat mindfully, you are going to enjoy the food so much more. Again, you're going to be satiated so much sooner, which means you're going to eat less than you normally would if you were doing it mindlessly. So this week, as we're focusing on being powerful, being radiant, being confident, I also want to encourage you that if you've got stuff going on in your life right now, and you choose to help soothe some of those emotions with food, that's okay. Completely normal and okay. And I encourage you to do so mindfully and make it a conscious choice. And then let me know how that works for you. Because this is really gonna help heal that relationship with food. And subsequently your relationship with your body. Let me know how this works for you. I'll see you later.